Hello, my name is Visor. Welcome to episode 5 of Let's Play Witcher 2. This episode, we're going to start chapter 1, and it gets a little heavy on the cinematics. So, to compensate, this is going to be an extra long episode. Since we're going to have a lot to show this episode, we better get started.
Life can't be easy for anyone who's unlucky enough to be labeled a regicide. That goes triple for someone like Geralt. Could his luck get any worse? I've known the Witcher for a long time, and I'm sure that kings, courts, and politics concern him about as much as last year's snow. But hey, life doesn't always dole out what we expect, right? Sometimes it even forces us to associate with unsavory characters like Vernon Roche. No, I'm not making any excuses, and yes, I had my reasons. The Witcher spent most of the way to Flotsam talking to someone. Long into the evening, as water lapped against the boat's side, Triss told him forgotten stories of his unexpected child and his toxic relationship with a sorceress named Yennefer. Stories of a life stolen from him. Am I boring you? Don't set this tale aside. Give me just a few minutes more, for someone special's about to appear in dire straits upon a scaffold.
So if you've played Witcher 1, you would probably recognize this sudden narrator. Anyway, let's go watch another cinematic that has nothing to do with the last one. So this elven archer with no depth perception is Iorveth, a Scoia'tael commander. We've heard of him before. So the squirrels don't actually all live in the trees. They actually live in caves, which makes sense. Far better covered than a treehouse.
Sheathe your sword, elf. I'm here to talk. Bow low. You stand before a head crowned. That of Demavend, king of Aedirn, by the grace of the gods, sovereign of the Pontar Valley, and so on.
And you are?
A friend to non-humans. I have an offer.
Speak quickly and to the point. The Arrakis will soon return, and I'd rather know all before then.
I can add several more heads to this one. Each crowned.
Go on.
Foltest to start with. I barely escaped in Aedirn. I'll need help. Access to your hideouts and maps of your secret trails. And the support of the Scoia'tael. I want no gold and have no interest in a killer's fame.
Then why do you wish them dead?
It's a long story. Your beast nabbed his neck. Time to go. Do we have a deal, elf?
Alright, finally back to the present with Geralt in the blue stripes. You notice how the ship hands aren't actually cleaning? They're just sort of crouched there.
Flotsam should be just beyond the point. We'll take the beach.
Who's we?
You and me. Reconnaissance.
I'm coming too.
You should stay behind. We can't be sure of the reception we'll get.
Precisely why I won't let you go alone. Someone's got to look after you.
That time of the month.
Oh, Roche. Ever the charmer. But yeah, you three are gonna go into town and do some reconnaissance. But along the way, I want to grab all this loot, because, I'll put it this way, we should grab it now.
Any news from your secret informer?
The port's blocked. Some merchants are being held up for months.
What about roads through the forest?
Iorveth rules the forest.
Alright, so most of this loot is not that important. However, you notice this chest over here is glowing. That's a diagram for a Witcher's silver sword, which, as you know, we currently don't have. The dragon sort of got it. Actually, while we're here, let's level up a little. Put another point, get that bonus vigor. Also, I sort of want to show off an attribute. We got this attribute last episode because we carried Arian. The strong back attribute allows us to carry more stuff, so that's cool. Anyway, let's keep on going. Oh, actually, no, one more thing. Let's switch out our weapon. We can grab our good old pickaxe. There we go, looking stylish. But of course, eventually I'll get some real swords, including a silver sword.
Where are we?
In a forest?
Very funny. But who does it belong to?
Iorveth, maybe? I know more about the Pontar Valley than you think. For instance, I know that Foltest stole this land from Demavend a few years back. I believe you had a hand in that?
Ah, Demavend again. You know, he's the head we've seen rolling around.
Hear that?
I smell an elf.
I wonder which elf it could be. Who rules the forest? Oh, right. Iorveth.
That's
Vernon Roche, Special Forces Commander for the last 4 years, servant of the Temerian King, responsible for the pacification of the Mahakaman foothills, hunter of elves, murderer of women and children. Twice decorated for valor on the field of battle.
Iorveth, a regular son of a whore.
I've long awaited our meeting. Laid plans, set traps, and now you appear in my forest of your own volition.
You aided the man who slew my king.
King or beggar, what's the difference? One dwan less.
Notice the timer.
We need him alive. Know any useful spells?
Get his attention. I need to focus.
I'll try.
Climb down and we'll finish this. I await.
Ha! You're a man without honor, Vernon Roche. An insect I'll not duel, but one that I will crush.
Seems like you spout the same old elven drivel.
What you mean, Witcher?
I've seen your kind before. Proud and shay, sneaking around forests. Helpless, yet masking that with acts of increasing cruelty.
I helped kill Roche's king. You call that helpless? Or would you call me a terrorist? No one will grant us our freedom, Witcher. We must win it for ourselves.
You're just another old elf in a young elf's skin, using clever words to mask an obvious truth.
Obvious, you say?
This is not about race or freedom, or even vengeance. You're here because someone powerful told you to be. Someone who's using you. They may wear a crown, carry a magic wand, or even lead a guild. But be sure of this. It's not about your freedom, your rights, or your ears. Nilfgaard plowed you once. Now someone new does. Am I wrong?
Those times are gone. No one will ever use the Scoia'tael again.
Who are you addressing? Me? Yourself? Or the archers in those shrubs?
Triss, now!
What a whiff. She hit the tree.
One Lorent!
That ought to discourage them. Triss, are you all right?
Lovely.
You should have charmed the archers. They're coming. Geralt, the spell's still working. Stay close.
What's happening?
Triss is spent, so no more butterflies. Let's get the fuck out of here.
Back to the boat?
There's even more of them that way. We must fight our way towards Flotsam.
Get your hands off my axe.
Who did you think it was?
I'm not a sack of flour or one of your commandos. I'm a woman.
I noticed.
I'm really sick.
I love the banter between these two.
At least I'll die holding a lovely ass.
Not mine. I'll hold the spell.
Come on, let's go.
Stop shaking.
Huh, looks like my axe got interrupted or resisted or something.
Are you all right?
Yes. Fine.
Sons of bitches.
What's happening? All I see are your boots.
Where the hell is that trading post?
We're actually pretty close. You can sort of see it in the distance.
I'm starting to think we'll make it. Wait. The barrier's weak. Triss,
Be quick!
give me a bit more magic. Just a little. Geralt, kill them now!
So yeah, we just need to keep defending them. And actually, this happens even if you don't ask Triss to do the lightning spell. Just how this part of the story goes, really.
Scoil solid sacking! Alarm! Squirrels! There's a mage among them! Ready yourselves!
And we made it to port.
You know each other? Rather well. But he has amnesia. I actually took the Witcher by surprise when I killed Foltest. Fear not, Elf. I know Geralt. I know his weakness.
Too many spells at once. You can die from that.
See that?
Yeah, the Kingslayer and Iorveth.
You all in one piece? Who are you?
I'm a Witcher.
Emiavar Emrys, spice merchant.
A trader?
In spices.
Uh-huh. And the woman?
My good man, we barely escaped death. Be so kind as to tell us where we might get some rest. We'll explain everything later.
Very well. Head for the market square. You might be in time for the execution. Some ne'er-do-wells are going to hang. A dwarf and some bard. There's also an inn and a brothel.
Oh yeah, the brothel sounds especially interesting. Take care now.
All right.
Spice merchant.
Did you say that?
I like it.
Squirrels are very
So yeah, Roche's lie doesn't quite work.
I saw him with
Anyway,
my own eyes.
so I want to show off something real quick, which isn't actually on the screen. Whoops. I wanted to show off leveling and another attribute.
Who are these blokes?
Let's level up again. So this time, we already maxed that out. So let's get more vigor regeneration. Additionally, we actually got another attribute. Cover. This is from staying under Triss's shield the whole time. And you gain 10% damage reduction. That's pretty cool.
They're the ones the elves were chasing. Assault in broad daylight.
Anyway, so this is Flotsam. It's interesting, I guess. Really kind of a stain in the wall and full of hicks. And full of stuff to loot. But we can't take it all right now. We'll get a chance to roam the town and loot it later on. Plus, most of this is random loot anyway, so discussing it at this point is kind of pointless.
On the hanging soon.
So they got a hanging going on, and it's somebody that we're rather interested in and familiar with if you played Witcher 1. So we're gonna go and ruin their entertainment for this afternoon.
Zoltan. Dandelion.
My informer.
Just great.
What's the plan?
We improvise.
No killing.
We'll take care of this, Triss.
Geralt! Geralt! Over here! Help!
Now, I know two ways to save them. One is super sneaky, and the other is pretty funny. So obviously, I'm going to go for the funnier option.
Step back, White One.
More timer stuff.
What are they going to hang for? They don't look dangerous.
The charge is collusion with the Scoia'tael.
Dandelion, an elven spy?
The bard's hanging for debauchery.
What?
The sentence was he's to hang for debauchery.
And a sentence is nothing to scoff at!
Except debauchery is kind of weird when you have a whorehouse.
Are you serious? Listen here, people. Is profligacy now a punishable offense in the free kingdom of Temeria, or are we in Nilfgaard?
Piss off, freak, or you'll have me to deal with. Think of the common folk, you're spoiling their fun.
Well, a freak he may be, but he speaks true. Debauchery's one of my favourite pastimes, but I don't want a noose placed around my neck for pursuing it.
The soldier boys paid us a visit or two, though we didn't have much fun.
Away with you, Margot! Go back to your brothel.
Time to go? Fine. But hear this, people. He sure liked to parade about, but his Willie wouldn't come to attention. Ha!
Stop the execution.
Shut your trap. The singer's to hang, and he will hang. This is a decent town. Whores and witches notwithstanding.
Watch your words, guardsman! I don't know witches, but Margot's a decent woman!
Shut it, all of you! Or I'll not vouch for what I'll do.
Thinks he's tough, showing off his balls. Don't fret, people. I've seen the rot on them.
I'm warning you for the last time, Margot!
You wouldn't hit a lady.
You're no lady!
You freak! What's the square with the others?
Yeah, so this is the aggressive choice, but it's pretty damn funny. I love Margot and that drunk guy. You can see in the background that other guys are fighting too. Oops. Gotta stop talking.
Come on up! Got room for one more deviant? They'll hang anyway!
Unfortunately, this stuff is a bit recycled.
Look at that! Assaulted an officer!
Yeah, unfortunately, this one dies no matter what you do. Even if you go super sneaky. Unfortunate. But we'll do what we can to save the rest. You know, I don't really get why this executioner is showing off so much skin. Why would you be half dressed as an executioner? So bizarre. I mean, it's not like he looks intimidating. He's rather flabby and stuff. Remember, Roche just said no killing. Brain damage, though, perfectly fine. Ruh-roh, here comes somebody important.
What the hell is going on here? I said, what the arse fuck is going on?
I'd like to report. Out of my sight, Clover. A few ploughing bandits and you can't even hang them. And you, stay calm, hands off your sword.
Our scaffold embraces speeches and hangings. Which will it be?
Gotta think fast again.
You have no right to hang them.
Interesting. Because I'm the law in Flotsam.
I take issue with that. Vernon Roche, officer of the king.
Well, well. Blue stripes. The non-human hunters.
Precisely. Anyone suspected of collaborating with the Scoia'tael falls under my jurisdiction.
And Dandelion? What's he accused of?
He burned down a watchtower. What's your jurisdiction say to that?
Thought it was debauchery.
I thought so.
The hell?
Is that true?
It might have looked that way, but I swear it wasn't my fault.
I'd rather give you a thief. Relax. relax. I'm joking. I hate thieves. We can put on another show. Bloody and serious this time, mind you. Or we can come to an understanding.
Meaning?
Give me a minute, Witcher. Listen here. You may have heard rumors of the tragic events that transpired during the siege of Lavalette Castle. Sadly, they are true. King Foltest is dead. It's likely that Scoia'tael had a hand in this heinous murder. So you see, none of you can feel safe. That is why today, wagons with armaments will roll out into Flotsam's streets. I hereby declare a state of emergency. Await orders. Prepare to fight. And ready yourselves to avenge your fallen king. Now disperse. Go to your homes.
Nice speech. You might as well have said outright that non-humans slew Foltest.
My subjects know exactly who the enemy is. Out in that forest, grow careless for a moment, and you're a dead man.
Whereas the non-humans here in town are all friendly.
Friendlier than the merciless bastards out there. We let the Scoia'tael inside, and they'll skin us alive, just before they slit our throats. Here, even the slightest sense of safety is an illusion. We'll not succumb to it for a moment.
What about them?
They'll not hang for now. Let's say I'm reconsidering their cases. The scaffold's no place for civil conversation. We'll talk at my home. Your friends are free for the time being, but they're not to leave town. Come after dusk. I'll be busy till then. There's one more thing. Welcome to Flotsam, Witcher.
So yeah, this guy, kind of a prick.
They were really going to hang us. I don't know. I didn't mean to torch that watchtower.
Everything's all right, Dandelion. Let's get out of here.
Oh, we owe you, Geralt. Thank you. Time to hit the tavern. Come on, Dandelion, you need a stiff drink. And while we're at it, I'll tell you an edifying tale of local hypocrisy that conceals lechery neath a veneer of courtesy. Except nothing can hide the stench.
All right. So, if you can tell, Dandelion was the son narrator we had at the beginning of this episode.
A notice board. Might find something interesting here.
So yeah, we've got a bunch of notices here. A lot of them are different contracts. But currently, since most of them are monster contracts, we can't really do them yet. But we can at least take all the notices, so we get a quest marker now and don't have to come back for the notices later. Anyway, we're all piling into the end for a nice little meeting, so let's get that started.
Damn, that was close. Innkeep! Vodka!
Tris Marigold. Lice eat me, but you are a treat to behold. Just a little pale.
Magic takes its toll, but I'll be all right. Good to see you and your beard again.
Can somebody tell me what happened? You set off a month ago for Zoltan's wedding.
That got fucked. There will be no wedding.
Did you hear about Foltest?
Rumors travel faster than the wind.
Winds and rumors. I want to know the truth.
I want to know how Foltest died. And the dragon, was there really one there? And who rules Temeria now?
Dandelion, calm down. You'll choke on your liquor.
All right, let's start talking. So let's see what the dwarf got to say about his wedding.
No wedding, Zoltan.
Ha! The Breckenrigs broke off the engagement because some limp prick put it about that I joined the uprising in Vizima. My would-be pop-in-law refused to let a rebel firebrand join the family. Innkeep, where's our drink?
It was like this. We got to Mahakam a week after the Grandmaster died. Bought Zoltan an absolutely grand doublet, a pair of Garibaldi Krakows, and as a gift for Eudora, a jade stone as big as my fist.
You were broke as a joke by the time Dandelion threw me a bachelor party at an establishment called the Tight Lane.
Yeah, Tight Lane.
To the Breckenrigs.
I always like that bit of euphemism.
Sat us down and proceeded to discuss the superiority of Mahakaman mining know-how over any other. And that went on until dinner. Just when I thought I'd learned more than I ever wanted to know about mining, they served the soup.
You could have held a pin drop. Old Breckenrig rose and he says, "A real dwarf works a mine, not chases fame on the battlefield."
You'll never believe this, Geralt, but they served duck blood soup. It was as black as tar. They must have dropped lumps of coal into the pot.
Eat, Breckenrick says, then proceeded to slurp 2 full bowls of the shite. Old goat. Hope his mind caves in on his head.
Poor Zoltan. But anyway, let's keep talking to him.
Laredo said you're working with the Scoia'tael, Zoltan.
I have done many things in my life, Geralt, but I have never stooped to banditry.
The Scoia'tael don't consider themselves bandits.
But I am no Scoia'tael.
Alright, let's see why Dandelion is working for Roche, who he called unsavory in the introduction.
Since when have you worked for Roche?
Hey, nobody said a word when you went out to save Temeria from the Grand Master and his mutants.
Relax, Dandelion. I was just asking. Do what you want. You're an adult, kind of.
That wasn't very supportive.
Laugh away. At least I decided to do something constructive.
You used to spy for Redania. Now you're spying for Temeria. Some might call you a traitor.
Ever tried to live off of poetry alone? The truth is, I'm a citizen of the world. As long as I don't serve Emperor Emir, I'm not doing any harm.
Leave him be, Geralt. He'll play the spy a bit, get bored, and drop it. You know how he is.
So that emperor he just mentioned, that's the Emperor of Nilfgaard. So, no one here likes the Nilfgaardians or whatever they're called.
The dragon. Well, the dragon appeared, and that's all I know.
But where did the La Valettes get a dragon? We heard it fought on their side, huge as a barn, they say.
Dragons don't usually take sides. Maybe its lair was nearby and it just felt threatened.
If you hadn't driven it off, Foltest might not have taken the castle.
Maybe. We'll never know for sure.
Oh, that reminds me. So, I've been talking around and asking about the dragon thing. Apparently, the reason why a witcher doesn't hunt a dragon is because dragons are sentient, not random pests. The dragon hunt that involved the Reavers was actually, I guess, an excuse for him to get close to a mage called Yennefer, who we've heard mentioned so far.
Triss, you're the expert on Temeria. Tell us who's in charge now.
It's chaotic and getting worse. The old families are fighting for supremacy, no holds barred.
Baron Kimbalt and Count Merivale, I bet.
Among others. After the assassination, while Geralt was in the dungeon, the lords convened in a field near La Valette Castle to choose a new ruler. 3 days they debated, and it looked more like a bazaar than a meeting of nobles. Except the trade was in court and ministry positions, spheres of influence, royal privileges.
Humans.
In spite of several duels and 2 poisonings, no king was chosen. Civil war was in the air.
Did they ultimately resolve anything?
No, it ended as usual. Sadly, John Natalis remains our only hope.
Ah, the victor at Brenna, and Foltest's most tried and true field commander.
And during the deliberations, he was several days' march from La Valette lands, with an additional 2,000 armed men in tow. He's to keep the peace until a rightful monarch is chosen.
He could find that ruling is to his liking.
Natalis is a soldier at heart. He's not suited to rule, and I don't believe he even wants to.
He's got the army behind him.
Which is why he can guarantee peace. Well, a tenuous one, sure, but that's always better than civil war. Besides which, he's deeply in debt to a dwarven bank in which Philippa Eilhart, as sorceress, holds significant stake.
Where were the mages?
Aye. Where were the great eminences of this world when they were truly needed?
They weren't invited, and neither was I. But if not for their intervention, or rather that of a few influential sorceresses, Baron Kimbalt would have taken the throne.
I was invited to sing at his court once. Afterwards, he refused to pay me, and the food was awful. No way I'll stay in Temeria if he's crowned.
Alright, enough of this backstory stuff. Let's get back to the main deal.
I think I've heard enough about politics. Foltest's killer lay in wait in the tower, where the La Valettes had hidden the royal bastards. He was well informed.
Wait a minute, what were you doing there?
I was protecting the king. After the first attempt, Foltest began treating me as his lucky charm. He ordered me to be at his side during the battle. The dragon separated us from the rest of the army. The killer disguised himself as a monk, a blind one at that. He let Foltest greet his children, waited until I had walked off, then cut the king's throat from ear to ear.
How did he flee?
Jumped out a window into the river below. Iorveth's Scoia'tael were waiting in a boat. It was planned.
And you're chasing him because he murdered the king?
I was accused of the murder. I need to clear my name. Besides, I looked him in the eye before he escaped. He's a witcher. Then some brave Temerian soldiers showed up, piled on me, and knocked me out.
Greetings.
Save yourselves, good folk! The beast attacks!
We better get out there. Someone's casting spells.
How does she know that? Oh, that looks like fun.
What sort of sorceress are you? A lot of good you did. Can't you hear me? Why didn't you help him?
He's alive, isn't he?
The beast nearly pulled him in the water while you stood staring like a calf at a shit-covered clover.
Watch your words.
Where's this beast?
Ask her.
Geralt.
Ah, I guess we knew each other.
Oh, look here. Birds of a feather.
Let's say I've heard of you.
Master Witcher, this is foolish. The beast near pulled Sozek into the depths, and you're simply chatting with this damsel.
God, this guy's really annoying.
All right. What happened?
I came to Flotsam to kill the Kayran.
Kayran?
The monster that has effectively blocked the port. A moment ago, I had the good fortune to see it in all its splendor, but the local folk scared it away.
Good fortune? You hear that, Sozek? That was some good fortune for you.
Why's the beast in the port all of a sudden, eh? Summoned by the witch, perchance?
To see it in all its splendor.
Anyway, let's take this chance to practice our axie some more. These guys are just being a little overly aggressive and angry. And we need them to simmer down a bit.
Sozek doesn't look too good. Lay him inside somewhere.
Right, we've dawdled enough already. Come on, lads, let's go.
What's this? I was ready for a rumble there.
Shut it, and come on.
I apologize for interrupting, but I am Louis Merce, and I am chief person in charge of all matters related to monster hunting in Flotsam. It is in this capacity that I must inquire if you're willing to attempt to resolve the problem of our so-called Kayran, the beast that now blocks all trade traffic on the river.
So, Witcher, are we willing?
I usually work alone.
I was here first, and I'll not relinquish this contract. My way or the highway, as the locals put it.
Fine. Your way it is.
You must contact the merchants on the waterfront as regards any rewards. Madame de Tanseville has, I believe, already conducted some preliminary negotiations.
That I have.
In that case, don't let me keep you.
Triss, how long must I wait for you to introduce us?
Sheila de Tanserville, advisor to Queen Zulika of Kovir.
Kovir's a long way north.
True. I had my doubts if the Kayran was worth the journey, but those were dispelled with what it showed today.
Here to hunt down some ingredients?
Triss Merigold. Sharp as ever.
You're thinking that?
Troll eyes, ghoul venom, virgin's blood, all those disgusting marvels we take from dying species, to throw into the cauldron at Sabbaths. Right, Triss?
Absolutely. Virgins are a dying breed.
Oh my. Your sense of humor seems to be intact too. But enough of these pleasantries. Tell me, Geralt, you saw the tentacle. What do you make of it all?
The beast must be huge. Maybe inhabited one of the Pontar's tributaries before, hunting animals. Then it grew for some reason, and hunger drove it to seek fresh pastures.
And on the Pontar it found trade barges burgeoning with obese, slow-moving merchants. You're partly correct. Cedric claims the Kayran emerged from the northern swamps approximately 1 month past.
Cedric?
An elf. Formerly a scoia'tael. Strange bird. But he knows quite a bit about the area and its living wonders.
I need to look around, find out a few things.
An investigation, witches' rituals, extracting secrets and such.
More or less. I'll talk to the merchants about the reward, pay Cedric a visit, and get back to you.
You'll find me at the inn. I've rented lodgings there, on the upper floor.
You know the inn's also a whorehouse.
Thanks for the warning.
God damn, these two are catty. Anyway, now we could... There's actually a lot of stuff to loot here, but we're gonna go take care of a few things. Oh, by the way, you can't have your weapon out in town. If you do it, everyone freaks the hell out. Seriously. Yeah. And if they catch you, they'll ask you for a fee, or maybe it was a bribe. If you don't pay that, then they'll just shoot you, and there's actually nothing you can do about it. Which is kind of bullshit, considering you could probably murder most of these guys by yourself.
I have an offer for you.
Alright, let's see that offer.
Greetings, white-haired one. I could do with your help. You see, I'm looking for a certain formula.
I'm no herbalist.
I know who you are. I'll be straight. Find the formula and you'll earn a sizable pouch of orans.
Yeah, we could do that. But, I mean, this guy's voice acting, he's really, really suspicious. I mean, come on.
Sounds good. What do you want me to do?
The formula is in the hands of a certain shopkeeper.
Can't go and see him yourself?
He deals in incense. One type is particularly popular. I think what he sells is harmful, yet I need the formula to prove it. The scoundrel knows that and is very cautious. Yet I assume you, as a witcher, have your ways?
I'll see what I can do.
God, I hate this guy so much. Every time he talks makes me want to stab him. But we got a little mission for him, so we'll take care of that. It's fairly worthwhile. Ah, here's a merchant.
What do you want?
Heard you have a problem.
Ah, if only we had just one. Highways washed out, forests full of bandits, a river beast blocks the port, and tolls at a rise.
Can't help with the tolls, but the monster's a possibility.
A sorceress said the same, but we've yet to see any results.
She's asked me to work with her.
And who's to pay your wage?
That's what I'm here to discuss.
The sorceress was to manage alone. You can split that reward if you wish.
Nah, let's double it.
Well, we're managing it together now, so as I see it, you should double the reward.
You jest.
Now, let's get that last level of Axie.
You'll double what you offered Lady de Tanzerville, because that's what the contract's worth.
So be it. I assume you to be professionals and worth every last copper paid to you.
It's a deal. Now tell me what you know about the beast.
You're the Witcher, damn it! I've no knowledge of these things.
Who could tell me more?
That ploughing elf, Cedric, most probably. He's supposed to know all about monsters.
Where can I find him?
In the village, outside the walls. Now leave me be.
Alright. So, the important thing there is maxed out Axie. It only has 3 levels. So next we'll do something different. Anyway, let's go inside and maybe sell some stuff. We're carrying a lot of crap. Oh, but also...
Well, well, I had an inkling and it didn't disappoint me. It was a long voyage to this cesspit, but it's about to make sense. Foltest's killer, live and in person. How are you? Happy and healthy?
Can't complain.
I am delighted, really. But you see, it's a long way back to Vecima, and I'd rather not dawdle. I lost a load of time looking for you.
No reason to waste any more talking, then. Bon voyage.
Listen, Jester. You're worth more to me alive, but if need be, I will take you back as a corpse. You choose.
All right. Give it a shot.
Drop your sword and put your hands together, or I'll not vouch for what...
Shut up. Go ahead. Try to kill me.
He's worth a bundle!
Let's start this nice and simple. There we go.
Hit the freeze!
Ah, I love Axie. When it works anyway. Give me your back. Excellent. We took barely any damage from that. All right. Let's put our weapon away, though. We don't want to get the guards all pissed at us. Okay. So I want to go to this merchant and get rid of some crap because, you know, kind of need to.
Greetings. Mind if I take a look at what you have in stock?
Certainly. You're welcome to. I'm Fioravanti, a merchant. Not to be nosy, but weren't you hired to kill the Kayran? I've had my fill of this place, and I'll be glad when the blockade is finally lifted.
Lorito won't let you traders out until it suits him. Seems he needs you here for some reason.
What's that supposed to mean, damn it? Is he organizing some international trade fair? I'm a subject of King Demavend, and I tell you...
Demavend's dead.
Ah.
Now, if you don't mind, can we get down to business?
I just love that. Ah. I'm pretty sure that's somebody else's voice. Anyway, let's trade. So in terms of inventory, you can sort of have different categories. This is just your quest items. Now, these things here are sort of filters, though I'm not 100% sure how they work. Like, these don't mean anything to me, unfortunately. Probably figure that out eventually. So what I want to sell right now is all this junk we have. And we have a lot of junk. All right, that's all the junk. Also, we could probably sell some of our excess weapons. Really, all I want to keep is this and the pickaxe. This other stuff, none of it really compares at the moment, so I have no problem with ditching that. We probably could also clean out our armor, but I kind of want to worry about that later. Because really, our weight's pretty low now, so yeah, we'll just take care of that later on. Now, let's go check out that spice merchant. Oh, this is a little weird. They're all staring at the spice merchant. Children of the corn feeling there.
Welcome to my modest shop.
Actually, let's buy some of his stuff first.
What do you deal in?
All kinds of incense, mainly. For meditation, rejuvenation, cooking, making medicine, rituals, whatever you require.
Now, most of the stuff we don't really need. This book's not that important. But getting these crafting diagrams could be useful. Specifically, I kind of like Whirl. And I kind of like Virga. These other potions have such huge penalties that I really don't see me ever using them. So instead, let's talk to this guy about that special formula.
I need one of your incense formulae.
I've got more than 200 here.
I'm interested in the best seller. Someone's offering a handsome price for that formula. They say it's harmful.
Impossible. I haven't had a single complaint. And I'll not give the formula to anyone. How about this? I give you a formula for a similar scent. You get your reward, and I keep my secret.
Now, since we already maxed out Axie, we might as well work on our intimidation.
If I don't get the real formula by the count of 5, you'll be greeting one of the 2 friends I carry on my back. 1, 2...
Wait a minute. Maybe we can come to an agreement.
3.
All right, wait. I'll give it to you. Here. Happy?
All right, so we got the real formula. But we're not done yet. Let's talk to these angry folks.
Are you a witcher?
I am.
You've got to do something about that filthy business. The crook selling the poison is going unpunished.
I think he's just selling incense.
Incense is only a cover. People get addicted to it, lose their senses. It's like Fistech. You must shut down that shop. Close the shop and the citizens of Flotsam will reward you handsomely.
I'll talk to the trader.
Yeah. So Fistech is like the cocaine of this world.
I know your kind.
So let's talk to him again.
Welcome to my modest shop.
Are you selling drugs? That's a rather blunt way to do an investigation.
They say one of your scents is a strong drug.
A drug here? Never heard such nonsense.
A lady told me it works just like Fistech.
Perhaps everything works like Fistech on that lady.
Like I said before, we're going to work on our intimidation. So let's use Lorito as a threat.
Maybe Lorito needs to learn about your incense.
I beg you. I'll tell you everything, just don't turn me in. I've traded in incense for years. It was an ordinary scent. How could I know it would have such an effect on people? Anyway, I can't ban them from using it.
Lorito, by the way, was the guy that stopped the execution.
Lorito and I will see you tomorrow.
All right then. I'll close the shop. But don't tell anyone. I beg you.
Boom. now it's all closed.
I see you've done it. Thank you on behalf of all Flotsam. Here's your reward.
It's actually not that much of a reward, just like 20 orens. But the more important thing is we just maxed out Intimidation and we maxed out Axie, so that's pretty cool. Now let's go take care of that incense thing for that really shady dude. He should still be down here by the docks, hiding in the shadows.
No, working my arse off like a stagecoach.
Working my ass off like a stagecoach. Wow.
How did it go? Did you get the formula?
Yep.
I have it.
Show me.
Here it is.
Grand. I must check its authenticity in the lab before I can give you your coin. I'm a cautious man. Forgive me.
I'm cautious too. Give me back the formula.
All right. We'll go together. I'll wait for you by the gate at the market side.
So shady. Good God. Anyway, let's go check him out. Well, before we go to him, there's actually one other thing I want to do. It's fairly close by. Should be right over here.
Hey there, Witcher!
What's up?
Are you Geralt of Rivia, sir?
Who's asking?
Thank you, Master, for what you did outside La Valette Castle.
Our family would have perished if not for you. Please accept this modest gift.
Sure.
Thank you.
May the gods protect you.
So we got a couple of cool things, but the important thing is we got a diagram for a heavy leather jacket. We can make that later on. Oh, and just to be clear, those guys were rewarding you for saving those people at La Valette's castle. You know, from being burned down and all that crap. Anyway, we're almost at the right gate. Oh, also, one more thing. Kind of made a mistake in the prologue. When you see these train dummies, you actually want to kill them for an attribute. So it's going to be a while before I can show it off. Anyway, right outside the gate is where we want to be.
Where might you be going?
What kind of question is that? Anyway, know where I can find an elf named Cedric?
Don't get involved in this.
You did turn pale when we met Sheila.
You must have imagined that.
No, I'm pretty sure there was a lot of tension there.
I know you too well.
Sheila's one of the most powerful sorceresses.
That's no reason to fear her.
She can't be trusted, in my experience. I know her to be devious and manipulative.
Any proof?
She's well aware you lost your memory, yet pretended she didn't know.
Why would she do that?
I don't know. Her true intentions have always been hard to fathom.
I'll see if I can't learn what they are.
How?
I'll go hunting with her, right after I find Cedric.
Well, then let's go see him. He should be at the top of his observation tower.
Yeah, we could go with Triss, but there's our, buddy, for lack of a better word.
Ready? As I said, I'm cautious. My lab is well hidden, and I want to keep it that way. So I'll have to blindfold you.
Yeah, fuck no, not with that tone.
You never mentioned a blindfold. I like to know where I'm going.
Forgive me, but secrecy is essential to me. If you can't agree, it's all off.
That's fine with me. Rather not get stabbed in the back.
I'm cautious too. Only time I ever agree to be blindfolded is when I'm with a naked sorceress. Farewell.
Wait. You're a tough nut, but have it your way. I'll mark the lab on your map and expect to see you there.
Excellent. So let's go find his lab. We're just gonna take a nice stroll through the forest, which, quite frankly, I don't understand how the Scoia'tael hasn't killed all of them yet. Because really, they're just out in the forest, and the Scoia'taels outnumber them, so what is one guy with a crossbow gonna do? No? But whatever, maybe they got a plan. Anyway, let's go this way. There's a body here. I want to loot you. Oh, damn. Last time I looted him, I got a really cool sword, but, you know, random loot is random, so what you gonna do? Anyway, here we are in the labs. Let's see what McShady wants us to do.
Welcome to my humble abode. I'll ask you to be patient while my men check the formula. You've no idea how hard it is to find qualified specialists these days. In Bleinheim's day, I worked with only the best alchemists.
Bleinheim? I'm under the impression I know the name. Somebody from Flotsam?
No, Vizima, long ago. I need a moment. The results are ready.
Okay, so why are you here staring at me?
Grand legal fistek. Oh, this will be a big fat vein of gold.
The truth will out. Besides, I have a low tolerance for lying.
Don't you threaten me. Take your earnings fair and as agreed, and no tricks.
So A, this guy was lying to us. And really, we already got our reward, so we don't really need any of them alive anymore. So let's murder them. But anyway, that's it for this episode. Next episode, we continue our prep. So until then, thank you for watching, and I hope to see you guys next time.